So today we will be learning a topic which is the prerequisite for studying the interpreter pattern. So this interpreter pattern is used to evaluate the value of a sentence of a language. So we consider this language. So this interpreter pattern is generally used to basically used to calculate or evaluate the value of a sentence of a given language. We are considering this particular language which is represented by this grammar. So an expression can be equal to plus, minus, variable or number. A plus expression is two expressions followed by a plus symbol. Minus expression is two expressions followed by a minus symbol. So let's say example, we take 5, 6 plus. So this is a postfix expression. It basically means 5 plus 6 and it will evaluate to 11. 5 plus 6 in our normal mathematical terms. So similarly for this minus, and an expression can be a variable, that is a, b, c. So we can be having a plus 6, something like that, or a digit that can be 0 to 9. And a number can be a digit or digit number, that is a number can be 9 or 99. Understood? That is one or more digits. That's what it means. So that's all. So let's look at a Java program which can be used to basically parse this kind of parse a sentence which is written in this grammar, using this grammar, and basically convert it into a Java object. So we will be given a sentence in this language and we will be converting it into a Java object for further processing. So here is the Java program. We have a class evaluator which is converting a sentence, basically a string given in this language, into a Java object, which we can call methods upon, on which we can call methods and we can compute something out of that object. So we are just doing nothing. We are just converting it from a string form to an object form. That's all we are doing. Okay. So basically this evaluator class maintains a stack in which it expression stack in which it will keep pushing expressions, and whenever we see a token like plus, minus, etc., we pop the latest two expressions from the stack and create an object out of them. Like if the token seen is plus, we create a plus object with the two latest popped objects. Let us see why we are doing this. Let's say there is a string 5, 6 plus. So first step is to tokenize, that is splitting. So this split method in Java will split this string 5, 6 plus on the basis of delimiter space. So we are giving delimiter space. So the various parts of the string will be split based on the separator or the delimiter space. So here we see a space, we get this string. So we separate out this 5, we push it into a stack. Okay. Then next string we see is 6. We again push it into a stack, into the stack. So our stack grows too large. Okay. And then again we see a space. Then we see our next string, which is a plus symbol. So as soon as we see plus symbol, we pop the latest two out of the stack, latest two expressions out of the stack, which are 5 and 6. and we evaluated 5 plus 6. So here we are not evaluating, we are just creating a new object out of it. So new plus object, and its two arguments are the latest popped elements. Similarly, if we see minus, it will be something like this. I'll show you. We pop the right element first because it will be pushed later, and then we pop the left one, and then we create a new minus left right, and whatever object we get, we again push it into the stack. So why we are pushing it into the stack again, let us observe. Understanding this concept, we see a bigger expression. So this was just 5 6 plus. Now we have 11 5 6 plus minus. So this imaginary brackets I am creating here, these are just for understanding. So 5 6 plus will be one part. So one object will be created out of this, and then this whatever object is created, so this is one thing, will be pushed again into the stack, and 11 is already pushed into the stack. So this, when we encounter this minus, the latest thing will be number 1, this is in the stack, and number 2, this is in the stack. So this minus will be applied on this and this whole objects. So the final object which will be created will be something like this: new minus, and this minus constructor will be called, and its arguments will be, first one is 11 comma, second is whole of this object, so new plus, which is already passed, so let's say we call it plus, and in previous line we have written plus is equal to new plus 5 comma 6, something like this. So whatever object we have created earlier, we pushed it into the stack to remember it, and whenever we are creating the newer one, we are using it. So let's see how we interpret it. So to interpret it, so finally when we have done with pushing all of them, popping all of these things, we are done, and we have read all of the string. The final thing which will remain in the stack is the single object. Like here it was a single object, this one is remaining in the stack, let's say. So this is the single final object which is representing the whole sentence of the language. Okay, so so finally we pop out that sentence from the pop out that single object from the our stack, and this is an interpret method which is related to the interpreter pattern. It will calculate the or evaluate the value of this whole sentence, and so basically we just call whatever object we have got, we just call interpret method on it. Okay, so how this interpret method will be working, we will be seeing in our next video, which is the interpreter pattern video. Thank you, friends.